Paul McGann here. Doctor number 8, you're watching the Nerd Corner.
My name's Sylvester McCoy, Doctor Who number 7, and welcome to the Nerd.
And you intelligent people, you are listening to the Nerd Corner.
Doctor Who show, but probably not quite the one you would expect.
Today, we're going to be talking about Stolen Earth.
The David Tennant story where Billy Piper comes back. Spoiler.
And everyone comes back. So we're going to be talking about Stolen Earth. In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be talking about Journey's End. Between that week, we're going to be talking about The World Nothing Time. And 2 weeks after that, we're going to be talking about Carnival of Monsters. But for now, we're going to be talking about Stolen Earth. One thing we are doing on the show as well now is we want to show off people's artwork. There's a big community out in this world. And we want to show it. So, thank you for getting that ready. So firstly, we got sent this in by someone called Sophie. She made a Dalek on the computer of some sort.
Basically you can see there's like a Dalek picture there, but she's used like gemstones, like emeralds, rubies, and
it's a clever idea. She called it the Judy Gem Dalek. How old
the Jewel Gem
is Sophie?
Dalek. She is 12, I think.
12. Should we did write that down?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you, Sophie, for sending that in.
Awesome artwork.
So we have that, and we want to just talk about some people's artwork. We have someone else's artwork on the show today.
Yeah.
Nikki Mulder is doing an amazing. She's doing a portrait of Jodie Whittaker.
Oh yes. Not quite finished yet.
Nikki's from the Netherlands. She's a fan from the Netherlands. She featured on a 55-year anniversary video. So there's a picture of her there, and she hasn't finished her Jodie picture yet. But here's her progress on screen now. It looks really good, and I just think, we cannot wait to see the full version, Nikki.
Definitely.
So if any of you have any artwork you want to show on the show, then obviously do give us a message in. Obviously, here's Nikki's Instagram there as well. Make sure to go and check that out. Just an amazing page. But if you have any artwork, make sure to send it in to...
We'd love to see it.
thenerdycorner1@gmail.com. That is the email we'll be using for this.
Definitely.
So if you have any artwork, any fan art, and when it comes to artwork, it's more than that. Anything you've made Doctor Who related. Obviously we're a Doctor Who show, so anything you've made Doctor Who related, just
it doesn't have to be just on paper, does it?
No. If you've made a Dalek, if you've made a TARDIS,
if you've made a K9, for example,
if you've made anything,
or a TARDIS console,
anything. Don't comment below, because you can't send us pictures, but send us an email at thenerdycorner1@gmail.com.
We'd love to see your creations.
We'd love to see. And over to our news section of the show now, where we go looking for missing episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
over to Colin.
Oh, that'd be the other Colin, by the way.
So anyway, I found something that I think looks a bit like the TARDIS. So I'm going to have a look inside it to see if I can find any missing episodes. Hang on. No episodes today. But tomorrow I'm going to look for some Marco Polo. Or any other type of polo.
So Stolen Earth.
Yes.
Stolen Earth. And that's the episode. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
The Earth has been stolen on a Saturday.
Problem.
What's the problem?
The milkman.
What about the milkman?
He's delivering milk.
On a Saturday?
On a Saturday.
What is it? You mentioned this when we were watching the episode. There's nothing wrong with a milkman delivering milk on a Saturday.
But another problem.
What?
Did you notice any milk on that car?
Yes.
There were only empty bottles as
Maybe
far as
he's
I could
collecting
see.
the bottles then.
Yeah, but normally you collect them and deliver them.
Okay, so that aside, the Earth has been stolen. The Doctor and Donna can't find the Earth. Where's the Earth? What are they going to do?
Where has all the milk gone?
So the Doctor and Donna can't find the Earth.
Yeah.
But the Earth has moved across the universe. Martha,
It's been stolen.
It's been stolen. Martha is at UNIT in New York.
Yeah.
Trying to work out what's going on. Captain Jack and the Torchwood team.
They're in
trying to work
Cardiff,
out
in the
what's going
Torchwood hub.
It's the team, obviously, that's after Series 2, so it's Yanto, Gwen and Jack.
Yeah.
We don't have the Sarah Jane Adventures Series 1 team. Mentioned, obviously, but it's Luke in this episode.
Yeah.
Though Maria and Clyde are mentioned. Yeah, we have all of these teams coming together. I love this episode because
It's almost like a multi-Doctor
it's a
story.
crossover. It's a crossover.
It's a multi-companion story.
Yeah, no, and it's really well done. So they all can't find the Earth. They all can't find the Doctor.
Yeah.
Well, Donna and Doctor can't. You get what I mean? Yeah. So the Doctor goes to a shadow.
And they haven't even heard from him.
They haven't. And so the Doctor goes to a shadow proclamation with Donna, with the Jadoon,
Oh.
and try and solve the problem and work out where all the planets are missing. Really, this episode, it builds up the tension, and what's good about this episode is it builds.
It doesn't give you what you're expecting immediately, which is what I like about it.
And it builds everything up. It builds up the Daleks. It builds up Davros. It builds up, like, you don't see Davros until the Doctor sees Davros. You only see him under shadow.
Exactly. And also, I don't know if you want to get to this bit just yet.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. But I love the fact that when you do see Davros, as much as I love the story Remembrance of the Daleks, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
The only bit I've never was that keen on, but I can see why they did it in that story, is when Davros is in that big globe
Dome thing.
Dalek thing. Sort of. I love seeing Davros. I would have loved to have seen him in more of that story.
Without that,
but just as a character.
Yeah.
But also, it was so great to see Davros as he should be back in the chair, and I like the fact that the writers
the arm
didn't forget the fact that in Revelation of the Daleks, his hand got shot off by Orsini out of Revelation
so
of the Daleks.
obviously he has his arm hidden down the end. So I like that too. It's very nice.
Yeah.
You find with Doctor Who there's a lot of continuity errors.
Yeah.
And what's nice is when Doctor Who does notice the continuity and fixes it, like when the Doctor says, "Oh, the Earth has been tried to be moved before," which is a reference to
the Dalek invasion of Earth.
Exactly. And that's what I like, is the way that the Doctor, he kind of knows it's the Daleks before it's the Daleks. Before he knows it's the Daleks.
Well, let's face it, out of all of his enemies, how many of them would be capable of doing something like move a planet?
I'd say a few. A few amount.
The Cybermen would never be able to do that, would they?
Maybe. Well, they
can't even time travel.
Well, you said that, but Mondas moved towards the Earth.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows?
But that was in the same solar system.
Yeah. Alright, fine. But either way, the Doctor then goes to the Medusa Cascade to try and find the Earth. Eventually, Harriet Jones, which is not amazing.
Former Prime Minister.
Former Prime Minister. Amazing to see her back. Not only because of Harriet Jones, but also she uses the subway network created by Mr. Copper, the Mr. Copper Foundation from Voyage of the Land. The character from there. So it's really good to see that he used his money for good from that episode as well. So what I love is this is a love letter to Russell T Davies' era in a lot of ways, and I love how we get a mention of.
Also, this is the last full season of David Tennant, even though he did the specials the following year. They were just, I think it was only 4 or 5 separate episodes, wasn't there, throughout the entire year. This was his last full proper season.
Oh, definitely. So obviously we're going on to Journey's End in a couple of weeks, so there's not a lot we're going to mention more about that. But the episode ends with the Doctor regenerating. Which was a surprise. Fantastic surprise.
Like you were just saying when we were watching it. When we first watched this on TV, now bearing in mind normally, whenever you know there is a regeneration coming up,
the news say stuff, the news have rumours, they have ballots about who's going to be the Doctor.
You've probably seen an interview with the new Doctor even before the regeneration.
Exactly, yeah.
And when this episode finished, I remember when I was first watching it, and someone said to me, "Oh, so the Doctor regenerated, so who's the new actor?" And the first time ever when someone says to me, so who's the new Doctor? And I said, I don't know who the new Doctor is.
What I love is that literally the next day after this episode came out, the newspapers went crazy.
Yeah.
There were news, okay, not massive, it wasn't front page news, but there was definitely like columned news in the papers of who's the next Doctor. And I remember when it came out, I was thinking, I don't know, who is the next Doctor?
Oh, I remember as well. And because I think they tried to trick the newspapers, because do you remember the episode that was being filmed after this was called The Next Doctor?
Yeah, after Journey's End, yes.
Yes, because I think that was to trick the newspapers or the media or something.
Either way, it was really well done.
Because it was very well done, because this character who was cast called this character who was meant to be a Doctor-like character, played by David Morrissey in the Christmas episode. And a lot of people said, "Oh, David Morrissey is the new Doctor," which in a way was sort of true, but it kind of wasn't. But
Well, either way, it's really awesome and it's fantastic ending. We're not going to say what happens next. We'll say that in 2 weeks. Obviously, you know if you're watching this episode. If you don't, why are you watching this episode if you haven't seen this? If not, go and watch Doctor Who. Go and watch Doctor Who. What are you doing? So, we'll tell you in 2 weeks what finally happened in the next part. of this 2-part episode of us, but Stolen Earth, what are you giving that rating wise?
It's a really, really dramatic story, and it's a particularly, let's say, one of my favourite bits is when...
It's got a lot of memorable lines.
Also, it's kind of like a combination of continuation of two Dalek stories.
Yeah.
One, it references the Dalek invasion of Earth, William Hartnell story, but also the other nice little nod is the fact that this is the second time Sarah Jane meets Davros.
Yeah.
I think. Does she meet him?
No, she doesn't meet him just yet.
But no.
No, she does. No, she does. In the TARDIS, he goes, "Oh, I recognise your voice." Yeah.
Does it? It's sort of and it's almost like this is a continuation or a semi-continuation
Genesis of Daleks.
Genesis of the Daleks, and I loved that.
Well, what do you give because of that?
Fantastic acting.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, you sound fantastic acting. I'll continue to that because that.
Yeah.
So, firstly, I am giving it a 10 out of 10.
Particularly, like if you look at the look of fear.
Yeah. Well,
on
that's
her
what I was about to
face.
say.
Yeah,
I give it a 10 out of 10 mainly because of Elizabeth Sladen's
Yeah.
acting. So the bit when she finds out it's the Daleks.
It makes you want to cry when you see that bit.
It does. You feel sorry for her because she knows who the Daleks are. I mean, everyone knows. Sorry, I should really put my phone on mute. Everyone knows who the Daleks are, but I mean, it's the fact that
it makes you actually
it's how
believe
she
that.
cries.
It makes you.
And I love how John
yeah.
Barrowman as well. Also, the way he's like,
He
I'm
hugs
sorry,
Yanto and Gwen, doesn't
but
he?
we're dead. And so for that reason, I give it a 10 out of 10. You give it a 9 out of 10. Can
Yeah.
I not convince you to do 10 out of 10?
All right, 10 out of 10.
Oh, that was easy. Okay, 10 out of 10!
Hey!
So, 10 out of 10. Next week we're talking about The World Nothing Time, which is a Sideman episode. So we've technically
Not a James Bond
a Dalek
film.
episode, Sideman episode, back onto a Dalek episode in 2 weeks. If you have any art, make sure to send it into nerdycorner1@gmail.com. And any arts and crafts, let's say.
Yeah, any art
and craft.
and crafts.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the future.
Or maybe the past.